was projected to be an average backup or a career special teamer during the pre-draft process. Every NFL team passed on drafting him, and 19 wide receivers were selected ahead of him. But now, it's looking like he will be a Rookie of the Year finalist. So what was the reason Puka Nacua wasn't on NFL scouts' radars? Because there was something specific that made a lot of teams pass on drafting him. And why does Puka repeat Lightning McQueen quotes to himself before every game? We're going to dive into all of this and more because this is what they aren't telling you about the unexpected rise of Puka Nacua. Tragedy rocked Puka's life early on. 2 weeks before his 11th birthday, his father, the man that introduced him to the game of football, suddenly passed. About a week after his father's passing, Puka's brothers said they remembered seeing him glued to the TV watching NFL games. The passion Puka's father instilled in him for the game of football then became an obsession. During his first season of high school ball, Puka only had 23 receptions. But as he gained experience, his numbers started to increase. The following year, Puka hauled in 48 catches for 977 yards and 5 touchdowns. If you thought Puka took a big leap from his freshman to sophomore season, just wait till you see the jump he took from his sophomore to junior season. As a junior, Puka had 87 receptions for 1,692 yards and 24 touchdowns, catching at least 1 touchdown in every game he played. In his final year of high school ball, Puka had his best season yet. He caught a whopping 103 passes for 2,336 yards and 26 touchdowns. That year, 2018, Puka had the most receiving yards out of any player in the whole country. By the time Puka graduated high school, he held the Utah State record for single-season receiving yards, single-season touchdown receptions, career receiving yards, career receptions, career touchdown receptions, and total receiving yards in one game. Coming out of high school, Nacua was a 4-star recruit and the 8th-ranked wide receiver in the nation, ahead of other wideouts like Zay Flowers, Drake London, Rashee Rice, and Traylon Burks. So it seemed like Puka was destined to be a top NFL draft pick, right? I mean, he was one of the best wideouts in the nation. Well, the thing is, adversity hit yet again for Puka once he arrived at college. Nacua's college career started at Washington, where he started 3 games, only catching 7 passes before breaking his foot, which ended his freshman season. The following year was 2020, so Washington only played 4 games due to the shortened season. Puka started 3 of those games, catching just 9 passes in the process. After just 16 catches in 2 seasons, Nacua decided it was time for a change. Quick thanks to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. If you sign up with my promo code SheGotSports, they'll match your first deposit up to $100, and I'm going to create a private fantasy draft for this Sunday for 1 o'clock games and 4 o'clock games. It's going to be linked in the description. First come, first serve. The draft starts as soon as it's full, so if you want to play against me this weekend in fantasy football, make sure you click that link. He headed back to his hometown of Provo, Utah to attend BYU alongside his brother, the school his father always wanted to see his sons play for. His decision to return home was also made easier by the fact that his grandma, who notoriously didn't like to leave the house, promised she would go to all of his games if Puka attended BYU. As soon as Puka started playing for the Cougars, he started to look like his old self who dominated high school football. He finished his first BYU season with 805 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. The following season, he only played 9 games due to a knee injury, but finished with 5 more receptions than the previous year, 625 receiving yards, 209 rushing yards, and 10 total touchdowns. After his 4th collegiate season, Puka declared for the NFL draft. The pre-draft process got off to a great start for Nacua. He was one of the best players on the field during the Senior Bowl, while making some extremely difficult catches. But then, things took a turn for the worst. During his pro day, he ran a 4.57 40-yard dash, which meant he ran a slower 40 than 33 wide receivers at the combine. It also meant that NFL Next Gen Stats gave him an athleticism score of 53 from the combine. Any score in the 50s is considered below average, and the lowest possible score one could get is a 50. He had the 3rd worst athleticism score out of 50 wide receivers that participated at the combine. So right there is the main reason why Puka Nacua wasn't on many NFL scouts' radars. He was slow and perceived as unathletic. In a world where we're seeing bigger NFL players move faster and faster and wow us with their crazy athleticism for their size, Puka didn't catch many's attention. He was a smaller guy that didn't even move well for his size. Also, the fact that he was injured a lot throughout college didn't help his draft stock. Leading up to draft day, Puka was ranked as the 30th best wide receiver in the class by multiple outlets and was projected to be a 6th or 7th round pick. With the final pick in the 5th round of the draft, the Rams selected Nacua, making him the 20th wide receiver selected. After catching a touchdown in his preseason debut, there was confidence in Puka's ability to make an impact during the regular season, especially with Cooper Kupp being ruled out for the first 4 games of the year due to an injury. But no one could have predicted what happened next. In his first NFL game, Puka had 10 catches for 119 yards, but that was just him getting warmed up. The following week, in his second NFL game, Nacua broke the record for most catches in a single game by a rookie with 15 and 147 receiving yards versus an extremely talented 49ers defense. After that game, Puka was also the first player in NFL history to record more than 10 catches and 100 yards in his first 2 games. So remember at the beginning of this video, I said Puka repeats Lightning McQueen quotes to himself. Well, before games, Nacua repeats over and over in his head, "I am speed. I am speed." It's one of the many mantras he says in his head before games, and it makes sense considering his lack of speed was said to be his biggest weakness. During a Week 4 matchup with the Colts in overtime where the next score would win, Puka did this. He literally did turn into Lightning McQueen there. That was his first NFL touchdown, and he ended the game with 9 catches for 163 yards. Puka's I am speed affirmations didn't just work for that touchdown play though. Nacua has been recorded running a route at 21.05 miles per hour, which is the 6th fastest speed on a route for any player this season. So yeah, maybe 40 times don't actually translate to the field for some players. Heading into Week 12, Puka currently has 69 receptions for 897 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's the 6th most receiving yards in the whole league. He also leads all rookie receivers in yards and has more receiving yards than the first 2 wide receivers selected in this draft. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Quentin Johnson have combined. Those 2 have 548 yards combined, by the way, so Puka has them beat by a couple hundred. So Puka is on pace to be a Rookie of the Year finalist alongside CJ Stroud, who will probably win it, to be honest. But Nacua's record-breaking rookie season isn't over yet, and he might have some more crazy games left in the tank. If you like this story, I guarantee you will enjoy the video I did on Josh Dobbs, another underdog who was underrated throughout his whole career and is finally getting his chance. It's a crazy story. Check it out up here. Hey guys, me here again. So on November 12th during a stream, we made a goal to reach 100,000 subscribers by December 1st. We're a little over 11,000 subscribers away from that goal. So if you stayed to the end of this video and you're not subscribed, feel free to do so. No pressure, but it would mean a lot. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all so much.